read my emails about it. I actually titled this talk, it's titled How to Cope with Being Quadded. And if you know me, the first thing that probably popped into your head was, what the heck, Jack? You love the quad. And yes, I do. I will go to war for the quad. I will go to bat for the quad any day. Don't you dare insult the quad in my presence. But it wasn't always like that, so I thought I would share a little bit of my experience on my housing day when I was a freshman. So my mother went to Harvard. She was Elliott House, class of 1986. And as soon as I got into Harvard, she told me, you know, I was so worried about whether or not you were going to get in, and now I'm worried about where you're going to get housed. And so it's a very prescient thing in my mind for a long time. And on housing day, when Cabot entered the room that I was in, I didn't quite know how to feel. And I think that's the thing a lot of people feel on housing day. You don't quite know how to feel. I didn't feel bad about getting Cabot. I didn't really feel anything about getting Cabot until I got a text message from my mother, which said, "What house did you get? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark." I responded, "Cabot, exclamation point, exclamation point." She responded, "Oh." She denies it, it's true. And so then I went to Annenberg and eventually came up here for dinner, and I saw all these people that I knew who greeted me with a smiling face when I walked through that door. I saw people like Sam Green, Zach Chauvin, Becca Ramos, Alina Acosta, people who are still in this house. Naomi's over there. Rakesh was here smiling, greeting us. I met these wonderful people while walking around the house for the first time, and I started to feel this real sense of community that the house sort of prides itself on. And I know that we say that word a lot around here, but I think that it's really important. I've been the co-chair of our house committee for a year plus now. I'm in my second year. And when all the other co-chairs, we have a monthly meeting called HOCOCO. It's awful. But when they all heard that I was running again, they looked at me like I had three heads and said, "Why would you do that to yourself?" And I guess the answer is that because in this house, I don't feel like I'm doing anything to myself. I feel like I'm contributing to a community that's really incredibly valuable and that everyone else contributes to, and that it's not a painful experience and process, but I really get a lot of joy out of doing what I do here. And I think that the best example of that from the last year was High School Musical last spring. So in High School Musical last spring, for those of you who are sophomores, maybe didn't come up, or maybe kind of just like saw the random posters in the D Hall and didn't attend, you missed out. And so basically every part of the house came together to put on something that was greater than anything any of us could have done on our own. The theater board obviously gave us the space and helped a lot with the musical. The cafe hosted an event for the actors of the musical to come meet the cast. Third Space made a lot of the props and whatnot. HOCO put up a Stein Club during the musical. And I remember as the second act opened on the last night of the musical, and I was basically finished with my responsibilities as a director, just thinking to myself, wow, this is incredible. The fact that everyone here came to this, for this community, as I heard this raucous crowd who broke all the fire codes in the theater because there were way too many people in the room, took chairs from everywhere in the house, and we still had people standing in the back. It was just a really incredible thing that I honestly don't believe could have happened in any other house. And so this brings me to why I'm gonna ask something of all the students in the room. Because I think the only bad part about getting quiet is the 10 hours between, say, 9 a.m. when we enter your dorm and 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock when you come up for dinner. And that's when this apologizing happens. People will come up to you as a freshman and they'll say, "What house did you get?" And you can maybe be really excited about it. And you'll say, "Cabot," with 2 exclamation points, perhaps. And they'll go, "I'm so sorry." And so then you'll notice throughout the day that they know that you're in Cabot and they get this weird power trip about apologizing to you that you got Cabot. And so what I did, my coping mechanism with this that I'm sharing, and I hope you share with freshmen that you know, is I preemptively apologize. So when I saw somebody wearing a Kirkland House shirt coming up and saying, "What house did you get?" or about to say, "What house did you get?" I'd say, "Oh, hey, what house did you get?" They'd say, "Kirkland," or "Elliott," or "Dunster." I'd say, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." They just really had no idea how to react. Totally flipping the power dynamic. This housing day, don't get river, get quadded. It's better up here anyways. But what we need from all of you is we need you to be there. Because the thing that made me the happiest on housing day was when not 5 or 10 people, but 20 or 30 or 40 people walked into the room were screaming at me. I saw all these familiar faces that I knew from my first year of college, saw them smiling, them happy to welcome me into their family, and that honestly made any emotions that I had immediately go in a significantly more positive direction. So, now I'm going to put my HOCO chair hat back on and say, if you are a sophomore or junior, we need you to sign up for the Big Fish, Little Fish program. There's an email out about that on Cabot Open. There will be a meeting tomorrow night, following the HOCO meeting, about mentoring upcoming fish and helping them get involved in house life. And most importantly, we need you to be here at 6:30 in the morning. I know it's early, but the entire house committee will be here too.
And hot breakfast.
And hot breakfast. 6:30 in the morning. We'll have t-shirts for you. We'll have Cabot swag for you. Be here. Come to the yard with us. Storm the dorms. Make the first thing the freshmen see when they see Cabot is an incredible, smiling, happy, excited group of people. I love this place. I think a lot of you love this place too. And all I want to do is continue to share that love. Thank you. Woo!